I was going to do puzzles, but I think actually I will play a game. I played many games today, and I probably should be reviewing them, but I'm a bit lazy. Hopefully I review them tomorrow, and I mean I really should be reviewing them after playing them. But today has been a pretty tilty day. Not that I'm like tilted through anger, but I'm just kind of tired and I've played many games. The beginning of the day was fine, but then I started doing a lot of throwing as opposed to my normal little throwing. I mean, the game will come eventually. There's no sense quitting, because it's not that long of a wait. But I don't really, I mean, I could talk about random stuff, I guess. But I'm really here for the chess. And I can't really do anything about this. I mean, this is really ridiculous. But I need to play quicker anyways, so let's play 10-0, and I'll get a game instantly. I have white pieces. Okay. Here you do this, I think. Maybe you're supposed to take immediately, I don't really remember, but whatever. So here I normally castle, even though the best move is to like take it, and I should have taken it, and I would have in an actual game, but you know, the fact that I'm playing a shorter time control is affecting what I'm doing, and I'm just going with the flow, because I'm a very slow player. I want to push F4 at some point, but that's not the right way to play this. I really would like to be able to think about this. I think I should probably take this and then retreat this here. And this is decent, but nothing too great. They do this, which stops my bishop pin. I want to play F4, but I'm very aware that that's not the best move in the position. H3 is an idea. Not a great one, but I mean, the issue is I kind of have to go, but I don't want to go. I'm going to fianchetto the bishop. It's not right. See, this is 10-0 chess is even too slow. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this isn't terrible for me, at least. They're just trying to trade off the bishop, which I don't really want to happen. How would something like this go? I mean, it's not the worst idea, but it's not immediately working. I guess if I just start by trying to encourage it. But if I have this, then this is on the file, so it's like, I don't know, how are we preventing this? Could also just let myself lose a tempo and get the bishops traded, but I'm not really looking to do that either. This may be a bit too forward, though. Yeah, it's not a very good move, but or maybe it's the best move, I don't really know. But I'm not really a fan. That seems very questionable to me. I mean, if they build this wall here, I don't know if I really care so much, because I have great central control. I'm very happy with this pawn mass. Or, pawn mass is a bit of an exaggeration, but these two pawns are very strong. Granted, they're just going to play this, and it's going to be like, Okay. So, the move here, I would assume, is this. Maybe not. Probably. Possibly. I don't really know what's going on. I'm not the biggest fan, but we'll do it. That seems like a bad move. No sense in playing that immediately, but I mean, it's also not a terrible move. Maybe it's not bad, and and you know, they are blocking this, but is unblocking that really useful for them? How do ideas like that unfold? I'm not really sure. And I'm not sure I have enough time to figure that out. This very simply should be a good move. Oh, why didn't I block it? What is wrong with me? Although, maybe that makes it more complicated. And I like having my king here anyways, because of the queen's existence, so I don't really mind it. And yeah, given that that's probably the best move, yeah, it makes sense what I did. They don't really have a way to immediately add pressure to the knight if it goes here, so I'm pretty happy with that. Move here. Then I'm going to try to, I don't know, get the queen in. Maybe there's a sack. This looks pretty strong for me. Their pieces are pretty poorly placed. Okay, I take it, which I think is a very good move. Makes sense. They move the knights, which I don't really know what that's doing, but it's logical. They're just trying to get it to the square and make it less useless. So I guess I do know exactly what it's doing. Presumably I'm going to try to play this. Yeah. That seems like it's almost certainly the best move. Very scary with threats like that. And they can't really go here because it takes and stuff. So they're probably going to push the d-pawn, but I don't know. That makes a weakness, which is very defensible in the future, but maybe not immediately. So also maybe you have ideas of this. Here, it's a pass pawn. Why do I want to do this? I don't really know. I'm just going to start with what I would deem to be the most logical move, which is just attacking the pawn, adding pressure. Now I have two attackers, one more attacker, and the pawn drops. I guess I'm going to be lifting one of the rooks. They go here, which I don't really know what that's doing. Wait, what? Isn't that hanging a pawn? I don't get this one. I'm pretty confident that's just a lost pawn. Yeah, I don't see how that's ever not a lost pawn. I have really no idea why this move was made. Yeah, I'm really confused. Are they going to go like a3 with the queen? But that seems like they're just conceding the entire game. What does this do? I'm very confused as to my opponent's play. Seems like here they're just losing another pawn. I don't really know what's happening. Yeah, I'm very confused. That's just another pawn, no? And I'm attacking this pawn too, and it just seems like their entire game is falling apart. I don't see anything. I'm really confused, which makes me want to think for longer, but like, I really don't think there's anything. Like, I just take it back. Yeah, I don't see anything. I really don't. I'm up 2 pawns. This seems very won, if I take it. Maybe they're just hoping that I don't see that the queen's there and then they win my queen. I don't know. Pushing the c-pawn makes sense to me. Let's just stop the back rank, maybe. Let's just push this. Doesn't really matter how exactly I do it. But this seems the simplest, and I just run my king up. And they never have counterplay unless they reach this rank, which was very preventable. I could win this game against Magnus Carlsen. So, the only real hope my opponent has is me disconnecting. They're trying to trade, I guess. I might as well prevent it, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's run the king up. Here. Okay. Pre-move, so I can't mouse slip. Unless I mouse slip while pre-moving. And then they move in the time in which I can't cancel, so yeah. It doesn't really matter what I do. If they push, I just trade, so I will continue to run up the board, I guess. I assume they're gonna push g5, and then I'm gonna just take the rook. And if they move this rook to maybe here, then I would play this, just to infiltrate on the back rank. Oh, this seems adequate. Cool. Which way is easier? I feel like running this way is easier, actually. No, running this way was a bit ridiculous. Why did I do this? Whatever. I don't care. Okay. Now it's not really even possible to mouse slip this into a loss. Cool. I should try to checkmate them with, what's it called? Bishop and knight. That'd be funny. Although pointless. Huh. I mean, I could promote too. Yeah, this isn't really optimal, but whatever. Because then they can run that way, maybe? I don't know. Whatever. I mean, whatever. Well, yeah, we'll just do this. Why they are still playing the game, I don't know. So they just run back there, and it's fine. I believe I can just pre-move this. There, right? It's mate in, what is that, 3? They go down. Go here. Oh, that actually stops me from mating them. That's annoying. Although, actually, they just do that, it's fine. Although maybe it was an extra move if they didn't. Yeah, this is probably my least interesting game of the day. Yeah, so I know that wanting to play here is a bit wrong, but it's fine. Go back. No big mistakes, and apparently this is actually pretty good. There's a lot of really good moves here, according to the engine. Okay. Wouldn't want f4, so it does like f4 immediately here, apparently. Okay. So really I'm not making any... Whoa! What? I guess because... No, it doesn't want takes. I think it... Okay, h3... I'm not really sure as to why. This is so bad. I think it's bad because I gave them f6. And it's not necessarily that I need any of the other moves, it's that, you know, giving them f6 was a big mistake, which... it did seem like f6 was a bit annoying. So I should have considered that more. Okay. F5. It really likes this F5 idea. Not a big fan. F6 though? I wouldn't play F6 then. What is so great about this? I mean, I guess they're not really targeting this. So this is very safe, and I do have the pawns up there. Yeah. I guess I'm going to be throwing this up here. And yeah, I guess I just didn't calculate enough. Because, I mean, if I saw that this was safe... Because the issue is I didn't really even calculate this at all. I was like, pawns loose, whatever. Beforehand. But if I didn't, I would have realized that I could play F6. And if I really realized this F6 move, I think I would have played it. This... It's all very trivial. It actually wants Queen E7, so I guess I missed a tactic. Possibly involving the fact that there's a pin afterwards. If they play... sure, this is the next top move. Here they want me to play bishop to e4. That's hanging. I just don't entirely understand. This is the top move. This is the top engine move. I don't get it. Can you really not try to defend the pawn? Does this... I did just trap my queen. Yeah, I guess you really can't stop this all. So here they get out of the way. Maybe there's a bit of a deeper reason, but yeah. And then here, this is all very simple. I'm not really interested in the conversion here. Because, I mean, I wasn't even really thinking about I wasn't really interested in thinking about how to play it in the game. Because, I mean, it's like, of course, yeah, F5 was better. This is kind of dumb. No real sense in playing this all. But it is, of course, winning. Well, actually, maybe I do kind of like this way of playing more. I mean, it doesn't matter, it's just collecting pawns. I guess I don't really understand why I'd have a preference. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, here it is, mate in 3. I definitely messed this up at some point. Here we want Queen C2. Queen C2 forcing this, yeah, it's kind of nasty. Okay. That wasn't really interesting, so I'm gonna do a puzzle. And I'm thinking about making the puzzles maybe a bit easier because I think, well, if my issue is tactics, I feel like the easier ones are gonna be like more substantial for making me recognize stuff in real games as opposed to a bunch of random stuff. Maybe not. I don't know. I really don't like puzzles because it's like it's telling you there's something. Okay, if I'm given this position, what's happening? Even material. Bishop's here, which is kind of odd. It's really odd. I guess my question is, well, I'm white. I'm not attacking this white pawn. check here. Here, and I win a pawn. And I suppose that's probably winning. And they don't really have a way of dealing with it, so I do think it's just a simple check. Really? Here takes... Here... Here... I mean... Maybe. Could I imagine that being winning? Yes. But like, there's no way, right? And there's also ideas of like, here takes here and then pushing this up, but I mean, really? If I were to go here, for example, then I guess I just were to move the knights. They'd go like here, go here, they go here, and I'd go here, then I'd keep pushing this up, and I guess I'd win the bishop. If here takes here, 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 and knight even covers this. It's hardly ever attacking me. That's ridiculous. Oh, why is it? It matters? I wasn't thinking it would matter. This seems like the best though, because it allows for all these. I guess we don't want this check occurring, but I don't really know what I'm doing about that. This also would make sense because it stops all that. Yeah, I don't know if I really understand this puzzle. I'm just kind of making moves at this point. I could move here. This is a very complicated puzzle. I mean, I might as well try to win the pawn. If I go here, they can't ever move the bishop here, which seems like it makes it so it's kind of good for me. This is a really long puzzle. That's a really long puzzle. I think I have this on like extra hard mode. It's a good puzzle, but I should not be getting puzzles so difficult. Yeah, I do have it on hardest. That was something. Curious is what happens if I put on easiest. Okay, looking at this, I assume this is going to be too easy. Although I haven't even thought about it, so maybe that's not the case. No, go back to Zen mode. If I just click Z. Okay. I have two bishops, they have two bishops, I have two knights, they have two knights, I have two rooks, they have two rooks, queens. 3, 3. I'm down a pawn. So really? This is easiest? Oh, there's a queen check. And the queen check is going to be very powerful. In fact, it's winning the... I'm sorry. Okay. Because if I go there immediately, they block with the knight, and I care about that because... Oh, the knight defends the bishop. I'm stupid, yeah. I mean, I would calculate that in a real game. I was just getting kind of cocky. Well, this is a strong move. Well, that's a queen. So this is too easy, I think. What would this yield me? If I click Z, I could send it. Yeah, this is too much. I don't know if I'm really getting anything out of calculating on this. Maybe I am. Yeah, this is more calculation. I don't know. I really don't value calculation in my training as much as I also think it's the thing that will help me improve the most. In the short run, I think maybe in the long run, there are more important things. You know, I think it would be the thing that helps me get to, say, 2200 the quickest, but, you know, if I'm maybe trying to get higher, then I think there are other things I should prioritize first, in terms of actually planning the game and having strategies. But of course, you can't implement strategies without calculating what happens afterwards. And I could be wrong. It could just be best to train it just because, you know, calculating is the most important thing in chess. I just wish we played in some abstract universe where calculation wasn't real. Anyways, I have no idea what I would ever do in this position. In fact, I am down material, so it has to be obvious, no? Like, this has to be so obvious. It's like, check, then here. Is that what I'd play in the actual game? I don't know. So now, what I need to do is, I need to checkmate them, I suppose. Anything else doesn't seem sufficient. How would I do that, though? Here they have one move. Afterwards, I don't really see a great follow-up. I'd probably have to go here. Afterwards, if they like run here, for example, I'm not really sure as to how I'm getting anything out of it. This rook isn't really ever forkable with the king, I don't think. It is true that I have this check, but is that enough? Well, looking at it, they would have to either go here or block with the queen. The block with the queen, is me winning this sufficient? Maybe. That does seem winning to me. But if I go here and they go here, well then I have this check, so I assume that's winning. Yeah, this is just getting mated. There's another move? I honestly only really saw two moves. Oh, there are two queen moves. Okay, I thought there were two king moves. Yeah, they can do that. Will this be my last puzzle? I think so. Well, last puzzle today. Hopefully I don't die or have my brain scrambled like an egg and end up brain dead. Although, if I ended up brain dead, I would die almost certainly. I don't think anyone would bother to ask people who own my apartment to check to make sure I'm alive within the span of however many days it would take to not die. Like, could I survive as a vegetable for like 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days? I don't know. I think after a week people might start to like call the police or something, but I assume I would die within a week if I became a vegetable. I don't know. It's interesting to think about. Anyways, I have no clue what I would do. I mean, I could sack the queen. Like here, 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 here. Why am I sacking the queen there? It's a great question, because I'm not promoting with check. If I'm gonna be sacking the queen, I better be at least promoting with check. This seems like a very obvious move, though. Go here. To go here, I can promote with check. Is the thing, though. To go here. Why would that be good for me? I don't think it is. I can also start with this, but that's illogical. This isn't losing, presumably, if I were to just have this endgame be 2 rooks. I mean, it depends on a few things, like the placement of pieces, but I don't think it would be losing. And I'm very close to just forking. But, I mean, I also don't think they would normally make this a draw, which is a thing. But, like, for example, if this were to happen here, like, I don't know, here, let's say here. So they'd probably go here, actually, not there. Then try to push this, but this happens, and this happens. And is that winning? No, it's a draw, maybe. So this seems like a playable move, at least. Just because it's going to win me this bishop. I don't really see anything that's winning, so... Why can't I go here? I don't think I can go here, because if they go here and I go here and they go here, and I go here, I'm not promoting with check. So I think maybe I do just sack it. Okay. I have no other ideas. I mean, if they move to h8, it is fine, and I win that d-pawn, but why would they move to h8? Question is, why would h7, or I guess it's not h7, it's h2. Why would h2 be problematic for them? I don't know. Like, that's cool and all, but I don't understand why would I put it as good. It's not useful. Maybe I just check them again. No? But if they like had to go back up, then I could... Well, I guess I don't have access to this square. But I do have access to this square, right? And them going here seems a little awkward, although it seems probably fine. I really would think that this would be the best move. Oh, I have this. Oh, I don't have that. Okay, my bad. Well, what are their threats, I guess? I'm not really thinking about this scientifically enough. They can, like, sack the rook at some points. I don't know. They also have this check, which I have to keep in mind. Yeah, I don't really know what I would ever really try that's powerful enough. I'm not winning the bishop unless there's check on that square. I mean, I can go here, but why would I? I'm threatening to do this and blocking this. I'm not really calculating all out though, which kind of defeats the point, but you know, it stops this, so that's one idea gone, and I am attacking the bishop. If I were to take the bishop, then it'd be very nice, because this, and I mean, it might actually be a draw or bad with queen on this diagonal and the rook. What am I supposed to see? I assume this fails because of this. And then I guess after, for example, this, and this, and it seems like, if there's no mate, there's at least a perpetual. Am I supposed to have a clue what's going on? This is a lot harder than the other one. Really? I feel like it's gotta be a lot easier than the other one, and I just am blind. One idea I have is rook to e5, but there's a bishop, so that's a ridiculous move, and it's not even worth exploring. I mean, really, you're telling me that there's a move in this position, and it's not one of the moves I've already seen, and I have the hiccups. And really, what could I do? I feel blind. I mean, this is really the only ideas that come to mind, and I've tried them. Other things I consider play are like desperately pushing stuff. If the other things weren't to work, or like this, but you know, there's the bishop. Sacking it doesn't make any sense. They're just taken, they'd be up a bishop. I mean, really, you're telling me that there's a move here? I'll have to be super blind. I mean, why would this pawn be here if it's not involved? But I don't understand why this would be useful. Actually, this blocks their queen check, which is ridiculous. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. The idea behind this is it blocks the queen check. So now, after they play a move, like, let's say, after they take it, right, then I can play this. Yes, okay. Okay. That was cool. I like that.